Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome to another random mystery unboxing. This time thanks to Mighty Ape and their Armageddon sale. So this time around we've got a Nightmare Before Christmas pint-sized hero, I believe it's super deformed Dragon Ball Z figure, and then we've got some Gundam stuff. So the way we'll do it is one non-Gundam thing followed by two Gundam things, then the other non-Gundam thing and the other two Gundam things. And that way you're not just getting a wall of Gundam. So without further ado, we'll get into it. I'll go for the easiest of the lot, which is this one, purely because it is a clear dome, so we can actually see what's in it. Oop, there we go. This is a bit different to the other opening little ball ones that I've seen before. So, we get a little booklet thing, and that gives us obviously what is available. Now, Mighty Ape got this stuff from Japan, so all the instructions and stuff is in Japan. Yeah, sorry, is in Japanese. So I don't really know the name of this guy. I vaguely remember him though. I believe he was one of Frieza's minions. So you can see he's got a bit of an epic pose there. It won't stand up on my hand, and it comes with a little ball chain so that you can hang it off your keychain or off your wallet if it's something that you would do. I don't know if he actually stands. Yeah, no, he won't stand, but maybe if you you know, use just a little bit of blue tack or something, if you want something like that to be a figure. Now the next one is this. It is a Zaku head, I believe, and Mr. Crafty is here with us this time as well, because obviously some things will require cutting. There we go, got a little bit of plastic off. It's probably going to look a bit messy. I probably could have cut this stuff off beforehand, but I didn't, because I didn't think to cut it off beforehand. And I'm sure people will enjoy that kind of rippy plastic sound. Now, this actually has a secondary bit of plastic on it too. So we'll just carefully cut into that. Always be careful with the craft knife. You know, they're extremely dangerous things. He says as he manhandles it in a completely inappropriate way. It's a bit like lighting fires. I do that in an inappropriate way too. Oh, I feel like this is like peeling eggs or something. You know, not that I actually peel eggs. It's been a long time since I've done anything like that. Excuses there. There we go. Now, this ball looks a bit different. So, I see. You pull it off there. Oh, right. I get it now. Whoop. Obviously the whole lid thing comes apart. This is all fascinating to me. Like I said, these are Zaku heads. So you get, like, I don't know, detailed information. I should probably ask my brother, he would actually know how this works. It shows you the contents there, and then basically, like, I guess how you build it. So, this video might actually end up running a slightly longer time because, you know, we can build it on camera together. Or something. Whoops. Oh yeah. So you can pull out the top bit there for the eye. I don't know if that's actually what you're meant to do. It's probably not. And you get a bit of detail in the back. So this is obviously the clear Zaku. Let's see. Oh no, it's okay. You do actually pull that bit out. Aha. Learning stuff off camera. So, you pull out this top bit and obviously it slides into... If you're wondering why this is somewhat difficult to me, this won't be difficult to most normal people. I'm not a normal person. I have an essential tremor, so my hands like to do this whole thing where it's like, I'm going to shake stupidly. There we go, I think. Yep, so you press it in there, and notice that the eye, if I move my finger out of the way, the eye can move. And this front bit here can bend down a bit, and so you can pop it off, so you can actually see what I'm guessing is a respirator at the front. To be honest, I can't say that I've ever really studied the contents of you know, a Zaku sort of thing. Obviously, and then the hose, I guess, you put together like this. No? Oh, this end. Ah. Nice clear hose. And looking over the top. So there's two of those. So this is the other one. And I think. Oh. I might have felt this wrong. Should be a ball end, I think. Yep. A ball end, a long end, and a connecting end, I believe, is how this works. So there's two connecting ends like that. And I've already installed one of those. And these are the other ends. Haha! Disaster averted. So, that's what your initial line will look like. And then, again with the other one. All just click together stuff. Which is really one of the brilliant things about Japan. You know, they make absolutely fascinating like toys and you know, things that you put together. It's so much better than the stuff we get like in New Zealand. Should also point out I'm short-sighted in case you didn't know. So I believe that the lens bit might slot in there. Maybe it slots in the front. I apologise for how this is going, people. But it is a learning thing for me, just like it is a learning thing for you. Obviously I've forgotten to pull a part out, so we're going to have to pull this out first, if possible. There we go. Aha! And there we go. See, there's actually a bit at the back that was meant to be pulled out first. So, Secondary disaster averted. Now we get to watch me use my essential tremor again. I might have called it an initial tremor before. I get confused as to which one it actually is. There we go. So slide that in. Then you got your back head bit there, which will obviously connect into this somehow. I'm guessing like this. Yep. So there is the heady bit. Now, good question is, does it matter which way around the hose goes? I assume not. So we shall slide the hoses into their slot. Perhaps. No, maybe. Maybe they do actually have a... Yes, they... Oh yes, I see. They do indeed actually have different ends. The other one, I would say, is another one of these. A different one. So... obviously the circle end goes... I think it's the circle end to here. Yep. And it's just popped out. Ah, what a disastrous thing this has been. And then I think you just slot the... Yep, there we go. The other hose just into the back there. Check again. Yep. So I don't know if this will actually show up, but see there's a tiny little notch in each side of the back bit. So you slide them in. Then you bring your circly bit to the front. Okay, we'll pop up that. And obviously this sits in here somehow, I assume. Look at the instructions again. You see, this is also a really good way to illustrate the fact that males require instructions. And the whole thing about, oh, I don't need instructions. Oh, right. Actually, this goes into the top of the lid. So the eyepiece goes into this top bit here. There are actually slots for it. So, just need to get... Because this is clear, I need to bring it up closer to my face to actually see. There we go. See? And then you just press them in to their respective holes. And then you slide it down. Right. And if I'm not mistaken, yep, this grey bit, you can pop that out. And I don't know. This is fascinating to me. So that's the top, and it comes with the was it Neo Xeon sign? Man, this video, disaster, I tell you. Oh, I see. I think. I see, I think. He says. Yes. So thank you. Whoop. Wow. What a terrible disaster this was. So, that is your front. Obviously you line it up there. And there you go. Sorry people, I know that this has actually taken a lot longer than expected, but that is, wow, is it not? Is it not magnificent? I mean, look at that. Is that not? That is so cool. That is just so awesome. And now I'm completely lost as to what I was doing. So the sides of these actually come with the, I don't even know if that's going to show up. Alright, see if I've got something right. Good old Mighty 10 receipt. See if we can shove that in there. Nope, that's not going to show up. How about my finger? There you go. See, MS06 Zaku 2. Now there are 3 different Zakus that you can get in this line. I believe one is Char's, one is the ground type, which I think was the clear one, and there's a third one. I'll put links in the description to all of this stuff so that if you're actually interested in it yourselves, you can pick it up. Okay, so the next one we'll do, because I'm pretty sure this will be far easier than anything else, is a well, it's a random thing. So obviously, oh, very familiar to me, the blue chewing gum. Now, I have never actually had the chewing gum from these packs, and if you've never bought these sorts of things before, then if you didn't know what you do, so I'm pretty sure this is the cutscene, you actually rip them open, and that gives you the instructions on the inside. Right, so this is everything that comes inside it. So basically, good old plastic, rip it open. So it gives you the base of the tank, and that is actually quite nicely detailed. Okay, so the next bit of rip. Okay, what are you? Obviously that is the top of the tank pod. Go to the next little line. Yeah. To be honest, I actually thought it would be easier than this sort of stuff, so, you know, that's why I said mystery unboxing, because I thought I was just going to pull the stuff out. I didn't realise I was going to build them. Right, so you got handlebars, and obviously the wing top there, and then the nifty wee cannon. So, looking at the instructions, the top of the tank goes into this bit here. I think. Oh yeah, alright. So it goes into this bit at the top, not the bottom. Obviously this goes with this. So that bit went together quite easily, and you take the top bit, yep, make sure that that's lined up and not going to pop out. God, disaster with burns. Then line up your little peak holes, press it in, and that will, oh man, look at that, isn't that cool? It sort of looks like a spaceship. Seriously, Burns, you need to be a bit more, you know, professional here. People don't want to hear you making noises. And then the base obviously attaches to this top. Oh man, that is so cool. That is, wow. Okay, so you actually get a turret that turns at the top. Now, if I pull this off, you'll see that there's two lines here. Perhaps not, but this one you actually get a clear thing. Because it doesn't have the full open, that will mean that you can't turn the turret 360 degrees. It just sort of moves forwards. Well, not forwards, but, you know, side to side. Man, that is so cool. And because there's two green men, I'll open one of the green men, but I'll do the other two later. And that way you're not sort of sitting around watching me build stuff weirdly. Right. Oh, whoa. I probably should have done this before I took it off the thing. And it's so tiny that it's probably not... Oh, there you go. It's not going to focus greatly, I don't think. But look at that. That is actually a tiny tiny detailed head. Wow. And then of course the head you just obviously press in there. Oh my god. And it's articulated. This damn thing is... Can you believe that, people? I mean... This is like... the size of, like, one of the junctions of my finger. I don't even know what you call those things on your finger, but that. Look at it. Oh, man. Actually, look at it like that. Hopefully it will focus. Little bit of focus. Thank you. No? Yeah, there. Isn't that cool? And, of course, you get 3 in there. So you just pop the top open, obviously. You can do a little chair thing. Pop them in there. I need to bend them a bit actually. Oh, yep. There you go. Oh, look at that. He actually fits in it. Oh, isn't that awesome? I highly recommend these things. Like, this far exceeds my expectations. And like... that's just wow, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it amazing? Right. So, on to the next thing. Just clear that out of the way. We'll do this pint-sized hero from the Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. First of all, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you what comes in here. So that's your little pamphlet thing from the inside, and then that is everything that's available. Now the exclusive stuff is all in this bottom row, so it's like Christmas Jack, Sleepy Jack I think. It's been a long time since I've seen The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's one of those things that I should own but I don't own yet. And they only ever seem to show it on our TV at Christmas Eve at like 3 in the morning, which is really weird. So that's what's in there, and the figure is Sally. I believe that's what her name was, Sally. That is so adorable. And that's going to look cool with all my other stuff. So hopefully she stands. And then this dude is going to be all like, hey there. Is that rude? It's probably a bit rude. I apologise. Anyway, we'll go on to the next thing, which is Gundam stuff. Right, so we have the beginning of the cuts. So, like the Zaku heads, there's 3 different Gundam heads that you can get from this series. I believe they're all RX-78s. One is like the original Gundam, one is an armoured Gundam, and the other is like a variant, I think. So, this shows you the instructions again. So, oh yep, I see. So, whoa. This, oh wow. Look at that, isn't that cool? Okay, so you pull those off. I'm guessing this is a pull up bit. Oh no. Whoops. Take that base off too. Oh yeah, and this has like the Earth, I don't know how well that shows up, but like the Earth Forces logo. Obviously this is the original Gundam, the RX-78. So you get the, just inside it, this probably isn't actually how you do it, but it is how I have done it. Oh yeah. I thought it was just one wing, but there's actually two wings in there for the head. So, oh, okay. So you actually pull out these side bits, and that gives you a bit of a vent thing there. You can see the back. Oh, and there's a logo on the side there. I don't know how well that will show up. WBO2. Yeah. This, how do you get that to extend? So it's this instruction here, and like I said, I don't speak Japanese, I don't read Japanese, but my brother does. So I'm sort of hoping I do this right. Yeah, I think I'm getting it. Or maybe not. So I'll just give it a little bit of whoop. Just make sure the knife isn't there. Yeah. It's probably be easier for somebody else that doesn't have shaky hands like I do. So you can pull out the sides. It gives you a bit of an idea of what's there. And then obviously the next bits. Oh, that opened both of them. So you get a pentagon and another little bit. So we'll just give it a quick look here. Okay. So the next thing we need is these little bits here. Which I believe are actually sellotaped. But my very short-sighted self doesn't realise that. Hopefully this doesn't damage them. There we go. It should be enough to get both out. So, you get the nice little wing tips there. And then to see on the back there, there's obviously slots for each one. I assume that this is the correct way. So you just slide them into the slots there. I see. And then there's a small ridge on the front of the head there. So you just press it in there. And then there's a small ridge down on the chin for this bit, which I'm pretty sure goes this way. And then, I don't know if this actually presses out like the other one or not. Maybe it doesn't. Or maybe it does. It's actually a cap bit there. So you pull the cap off, and then you've got this little base bit that comes in it. Press that in there. Accidentally takes off the top of the head. Murphy's Law, is it not? Murphy's Law, yep. And then see there's a small slot in the bottom there. And you just put it together like that. Wow. Does that not look amazing? Highly detailed head. I will show you the fin there. Like, that's actually detailed on the inside of the grill. Both sides. Sort of there. And I don't know if you can see it the inside, but it looks like there's a bit of light piping. So I suspect that if you actually put a small light in this, it might illuminate the eyes. And that's pretty cool. Right. So, whoops. Alright. That actually does click in place. So the head would be far more secure if you actually clicked it into place, Bernard. So I'll take a moment to apologise for how long this is running. And then of course, we're up to our last Zaku ball here. So I'll cut into that and I'll be back in a minute. Right, so we'll cut into it. And now comes that beautiful plastic peel. Are you not entertained? Actually, probably not, because unlike other videos, this one has gone far longer and far more different to what was done previously. So, obviously there's a small mark there for pushing in. And So there again is the base bit. So just put in a bit of pressure under here, press it out. That gives you that nice circle base and a really cool motif there. And that actually will stand, so you know, if you want to use them as part of your display, you can. And then you just peel off the side and the other side. There, whoop. There is the instructions. Oh, and that actually does show you. So there is the clear head, Char's Zaku, which is the red one, and then the ground type, which is the green one. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So there's your top, there's your cables. Okay, and since we learnt from the last one, we know that you push this out, or pull this out. Obviously not the full way. I might have done that on the clear one actually. Hold on. Almost. It isn't actually pulled out the full way, but that's okay. Okay. So you pull those out. The eyepiece is under here. So you pull that out. You can set the eye to whichever position you want. I think having them sort of forward facing is the best. And then you just see there's little holes there. You just find those little holes and it will guide you in. Okay, that's the back. Whoops. There's the front bit with the pulled off front grille. So you can see that the grills are actually hollow. And they slot into the bottom bit here. So they are actually fairly secure. It's just my, you know, my uselessness that makes it that bad. And just while I've got it here, I'll slot it into that base there for you, so you can see that what it looks like without the pipes and the lid. This one you probably need to be a bit more careful with, because Char's one comes with a fin. So we'll slot that in a minute. And again, because these ones are a bit better, you get a better idea, whoops, of the ends compared to the clear one. So this one has that little notch that I was telling you about. So that is one end of it. And then you connect it to one of these, which has a ball at one end and a hole at the other. And then the other end is this one. So it's got a circle, unlike the one that goes on the top. And that will give you your whole pipe. And that, so the one with the slots, there's notches on either side, so they're not set to one side. They're actually like, was it ambidextrous? And you can see MS06S Zaku 2. So we'll build the other one. So that is the top part of the head pipe, goes into the connecting middle, and then the bottom bit. And again, you slot it in right there, and bring the front bit around the front. That slots in there. Now, unlike the clear one, this one will probably be easier to show you. So see on the underneath here, there are little slots. So just line up your bit of clear plastic with those, not like I have. And might need a little bit of maneuvering, just because, you know, in transit they might get a bit crushed, and in the bag they might get a bit crushed. And the fin, you just slot into that top bit there, and that gives you the clear part. Okay, and then on the back bit here, I don't know how well that will show up. There's a small notch there, which coincides with a little notch on the inside bit there. So slide that into place. Hopefully I get this right. Might pay, just put your thumb underneath it so you can actually get that little bit of slotting in. And you might want to do this before you actually put in the clear acrylic. Oops, there goes the fin. There we go. So now it's clicked into place. Whoop. Slides down, and then just put the fin on last. I think that would be the best. And there you go. Char's Zaku 2 head. So, if I clear everything from there, I will zoom in for you. So, you get the Funko Sally and a little Dragon Ball Z guy. I'll move them out of the way. The clear Zaku 2 head. So we'll just pop up its lid bit there. Obviously the visor has come off there, but that's okay. You know, these things happen. And just while I've got it there, you can see, hopefully this focuses. Bring it back a bit. You can see the detailing that they've put into the top brain of that. So just slot that in there, and that gives you the Zaku 2 head, which is actually very, very nifty. Char's Zaku 2, just because it's an easier one to show. And there's a bit of popping here, so you just need to just be aware of it. Everything will slot back into place. It's all click together stuff, so you know, I haven't got that quite lined up right, and the visor's come off that one, but you get the general idea. And the Xeon symbol I was telling you about, the nifty wee tank with, actually just use the fin at the back, there you go, the guy in it. That is so cool. And then of course the RX-78 mobile suit Gundam head. So I hope that you have enjoyed that. I look forward to getting a few more of these things and hopefully completing them as a collection in the future. I'll leave links down to each one so that if you're interested in picking one up yourself, you can. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.